G'day guys, Mac with the Outer Circle, and I was in bed and the model dropped, so I got up to record. I wanted to give my first impressions of Horus Aximand. We knew he was coming, and in a previous episode I've recorded in the last couple of weeks, I don't know which it was, I scrolled, tried to find it in different videos, but I took a punt, I took a guess, a bet. So I bet his shield is going to be a Sons of Horus icon. And I was not disappointed. I mean, I'm disappointed in the miniature, but I'm not disappointed in my guesses. Everything I joked that he would be in bad taste, they delivered, because I do not think this is a very good model. And that is my initial first impression of it. For a start, can you tell me, just at a glance, what legion you think this might be? I can't quite put my finger on it. If only there was some sort of recognizable iconography that I could just grasp that would give me some indication of, let's see. Left shoulder pad, Sons of Horus icon. Right shoulder pad, Sons of Horus icon. Right vambrace, that's that piece of forearm armor, Sons of Horus icon. Right knee pad, another Sons of Horus icon. Belt buckle icon. Chest icon. Shield, 2 icons. And on his back, which we can get in this other better photo that they released on Facebook, we can also see that his not Iron Halo is another icon. So there's at least 9 icons on him. And we haven't seen his left knee, we haven't seen the back of him yet. And of course we've also got the 16 logo on the chest underneath the eye. It's over-sculpted, And the shield, what an unnecessary detail. Because Horus Aximand, really, when I think Horus Aximand, I don't think shield. I don't recall a single story of him using one. I could be totally off base here. It's been years since I read the first 3 Horus novels. Horus Rising and all of that. But I just never... I know he uses a sword. He tried it on Loken, he tried it on Sigismund. There's also a very ugly sword. I also want to put that out there. This is just a fail of a model. And then I kept looking at it and went, something very familiar about this model. And I remembered Ashur had on. That helmet is basically identical. I can forgive that, they've added 2 little tusks and changed a couple of the spikes. Instead of running straight down the middle of the helmet, they now there's an extra one running down the middle of the helmet. It's painted gold instead of green on black. Okay, we can forgive that. The same legion. You imagine that the captains would have similar war gear to one another. But then I sort of looked around Ashur had-on model, which I don't mind. And then, well, are we seeing any similarities here? Just can't quite put my finger on it. And remember, Ashur had-on has pretty much the same helmet. I think this is also a reskin. It's not just that they made Horus Aximand a rather over-designed, busy, overly symbolic miniature, which doesn't really appeal to me personally. It may appeal to you, and if you like it, all the power to you. He can't quite decide what he wants to be. He's got this fine filigree on him, combined with also having this really brutalist design, spiky Sons of Horus iconography. Which is it? What is it? What does he want to be? He's absolutely copied the pose of Ashur had-on. They've just put a new, Mark IV skin over the top of the basic skeleton frame, but they've kept everything in the same pose, essentially. I just rotated Ashur had-on's model around on the Games Workshop website until I got it to roughly line up, and then I took the screenshot, because you tell me that's not the same pose. This is the level of... I don't know if laziness is the correct term. Let's call it efficiency. Hyper efficiency. And for the record, I think Ashur had-on's the better model too. And of the recent releases, I think Tybolt Ma is far superior to both of these miniatures. But it's almost like you have you have the makings of a very good series of conversions in Aximand, where it's like you could take different pieces of him, like the shoulder pads or the legs and torso, and like part him out, use other bits, take his arms for someone else, take his torso for someone else, and convert several characters out of him. And it would look better than this. You know, gone are the days of Garviel Loken. Or Abaddon. Abaddon looks like he's straight out of the Justirian. It's like 3 or 4 icons on his entire set of cataphracti armor. I mean, this guy's got 9 on the front of him. It's just an insane amount of them. Even if you remove the shield, it's still 7 logos, you know. And it was bad enough when you look at Ashur there, who's got like, what, 1 on the chest, 1 on the belt, 1 on the shoulder, 1 on each forearm, as well as the left and right shin. So that's 7 logos as well. And all the same places, basically, except for the shoulder pad. Weird how it works like that. So, yeah. Just the whole, like, same helmet and the logo over. I don't know, the pose thing especially, I just look at it and I go, ooh, that's not great. So, yeah, I don't have too many complex thoughts on this miniature. I just think it's over-designed. Remove half of those logos. Let the miniature breathe a little bit. Give us some space to put, like, decals or do battle damage or something. And get rid of the shield. The shield looks awful. That is not a good-looking shield. I think the new Command Squad shields, if it was one of those, but stylized with the big Sons of Horus icon, or even if they'd gone for like a round shield on him, they could have done an interesting round shield that was closer to the eye that you see in the middle of his shield, as opposed to elliptical, like the very stylized eye at the top of the shield. You know, there are many different ways they could have gone about this, and like I said, I think there are some nice parts on this miniature that if you were to cut them all off and spread them out throughout 3 different consoles, they would all look nicely Sons of Horus. But putting them all together on this one guy, he has more Horus iconography than Horus himself does. And I think that's to the detriment of the miniature. And yeah, if you're going to have 2 models who are both characters in the same army, don't put them in the same bloody pose. Make it with the outer circle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.